I tossed the expired beef into the lawn, stepped into the elevator, pressed the button for the 5th floor. The elevator suddenly stopped on the 3rd floor, quickly hid to the side, avoiding the woman seizing the moment. While she looked down to search through her bag, I darted to the other side of the elevator and frantically hit the closed door button. The woman noticed a figure flash before her eyes. Yet, the elevator appeared empty. Puzzled, she moved forward to check. Just as she stepped inside, the doors finally shut. This wasn't my home though. It was an apartment I'd once rented, since I'd kept a spare key. I'd been sneaking into the current resident's place regularly. I smoothly booted up the computer, altered a memo in the husband's phone, reminding him to pick up his child at 5:30. A cry for help came from outside. Walked to the window and saw a large dog dead from eating the beef I'd thrown out. Dog next door always barked whenever I slipped in. Poisoned it. That evening, after missing the pickup time, husband argued fiercely with his wife. I agreed. She drove off with their child, leaving him alone in the rain. For his light years, he headed toward the bar across the street. Meanwhile, was inside the bar watching the scene unfold. Seeing him approach, I hurried into the restroom, peered out through a crack in the door. Fortunately, after a long hesitation, I still resisted drinking, which disappointed me, but I didn't give up. This was only one part of my plan, actually. I was a manager at an ad agency. I drove luxury cars, lived in a high-end apartment, and enjoyed a lavish lifestyle. Well, as I neared 40, a midlife crisis hit. Later, I still had no income to cover basic expenses. I had to move from my upscale apartment to a damp, gloomy old complex. No other choice. I reached out to an old classmate for help. He offered was an unpaid 3-month internship. Venting my frustration, anxiously crouched to check if the car door was dented. Safety. That's when I noticed a spare key to my old luxury apartment under the seat. I drove over and found new occupants living there. Boss and me staring at the key. A bold idea began to form.